and welcome back to Solanke85. Today I thought we'd discuss Arsenal's transfer window, mainly because in my opinion I think it's the best transfer window we've had in the last decade. We did some real good business in this window. We saw some good players come in, we saw some players leave, some of those being dead wood, some of them not so much, but we've done the right business. We've showed the right business acumen, we've commanded some money for these players. Not all of them, the likes of Aaron Ramsey, of course, left the club for free, which is actually, that was a disaster, but really that's down to the previous regime if we want to go into the detail of that. But look, the new regime, look, they sound like they mean business. You know, some things have happened that we have to applaud. And I think with the business that we've now done, it's time for us as a fan base to get behind the team and be excited about this new season. Where they're going to finish, that's a different discussion, probably a completely different video. But let's talk about the people that have left the club, with the biggest one being Alex Iwobi. So Alex Iwobi has departed, he's gone to Everton. And I actually think, despite, I would have liked to have kept Iwobi. And I know Iwobi's someone who divides opinion with the fan base, but he did offer us something. He would pick up a ball, he would go at the defence, he'd give them something to think about. Yes, his end product needed some work, but he's still young, he's still got time to develop his game. He's only 23, really good player. But look, he's gone on to Everton. He's going to do really well there. You know, he's going to embed with people like Richarlison, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Moise Kean's now gone to Everton. Everton have done some good business in this window, and I believe they'll be one to watch out for in this window. But let's get back to Arsenal. So he's gone, I think, for around 27.3, 27.4 million pounds, something like that. It's good business from Arsenal. For a change, it is good business. Under the old regime, we could have been seeing Iwobi go for less than 10 million pounds. If that, you know, it's just ridiculous, some of the things that used to happen, but we're moving in the right direction. So Iwobi's moved on. Christian Bielik's moved on. Another one who divides opinion. A lot of the fan base think that we should have kept him, who could have given us a bit of respite for our current centre-back situation. He can also play CDM. He was a good option for us, but again, he's moved on. So he's gone on to Derby County, long-term contract. I think we've commanded something like 7.3, 7.4 again. Apologies if I'm mistaken. He's moved on. Best of luck to Christian Bielik. Lauren Koscielny, right. Let's not dwell on Lauren too much. Look, you refused to go on tour. You wanted to be let go for free. The new regime have dug their heels in and said, this ain't happening. If you want to leave the club, we want money, and that's it. Now, did we command a lot of money for him? No, he's 33 years old. 4.5 million though, is better than nothing. I'm not going to say goodbye to him because I think it's a disgrace the way that he left the club. Whilst he was here, he was a good servant, he was always professional, but he ruined it at the end. Sure, we'll leave it there, we don't want to be too negative. He's gone, that's happened. Ospina's moved on, and we commanded 3 million for him. Carl Jenkinson's gone, 2 million there. Asano has finally left the club for just under £1 million. What a disaster signing he was, but he's moved on. In terms of people that we've let go and released from their contracts, Cohen Bramall's gone. Of course, Danny Welbeck's gone. He's now signed with Watford. That's a great move for Danny Welbeck. You know, it's not uprooted him too much. You know, he's still local. He can travel into Watford. Could turn around to be a nightmare for Arsenal. We'll soon find out when we play Watford. But he's moved on. Of course, Aaron Ramsey went for free. He's gone to Juventus. Best of luck to Ramsey. I was always a supporter of Ramsey, and to be honest, once he got his deal with Juventus, he remained very professional and played his heart out for the club, and that's all you can ask for. So good luck to him. Eddie Nketiah has gone on loan to Leeds. Eddie is someone that I would have quite liked to have stayed around the first team this season, get some minutes, FA Cup, Premier League games also, but FA Cup, Europa. I would have quite liked to see him make a stamp on the season. However, I'm not totally against the loan move. It's going to be good for him. Hopefully, he's going to play week in, week out for Leeds, play against big strapping men and learn his craft, come back, embed back in with our current attacking options, and really do us some favours in the following season. But best of luck to Eddie for this current year. Petr Cech's obviously retired and then gone to Chelsea as their technical director of football or whatever he's gone on to do. I actually don't have anything bad to say about Petr Cech. Whilst he was here, he was professional, he did a job. The Europa League finals are a completely different story. That isn't his fault. That's the entire team. Wasn't the best, but he's moved on. Best of luck to him. In terms of people that have come back, Reece Nelson's obviously come back on loan. He's had a good pre-season. I thought he was strong. For me personally, he should be around the first team. I would probably go as far to say if Emery doesn't start him against Newcastle, that for me should only be because Pepe's playing. If Pepe's not playing, then for me Nelson starts over Mkhitaryan. That might divide some opinion, hopefully not, but feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. We can talk about it. So in terms of our incomings then, Nicolas Pepe is now an Arsenal player, as we all know. Absolute huge record-breaking signing for Arsenal. 24 years of age. I think 72 million pounds, English pounds we played, or 80 million euros, whichever way around you want to do it. What a player Nicolas Pepe is. What he has to do though now is very quickly embed into the pace of the Premier League and hit the ground running for Arsenal. If Emery can figure out how to get Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe playing, we are going to be an absolute nightmare for opposition's defence. Like it's going to be a bad day for them. Everybody struggled with Lacazette and Aubameyang. Adding Pepe to that, really happy to see him come in. So welcome to Pepe. We signed William Saliba, £27 million, sent him straight back on loan. That's another one that divides opinion with the fan base. I'm actually not against it. 18 years old. Yes, we need a centre back. We needed 2 centre backs, but is it the worst for him to go back and do another year and learn his trade a bit more before he comes back to us? We'll soon find out. We'll soon find out. Me personally, I'll be watching a lot of Saliba's matches over the coming season to see how he's getting on. We absolutely finally got Kieran Tierney over the line. So, deadline day, we announced Kieran Tierney, £24.3 million from Celtic. Celtic fans absolutely hate us at the minute. I apologise to them, but again, what a signing Kieran Tierney is. For us, and I've heard a few rival fans saying, very overrated Andy Robertson. Look, I'm not here to do comparisons. He is going to make the back line better. That's it. So for me, I'm very happy we got him over the line. At the start of the window, I didn't think it was going to happen. We went in with that first initial bid, which Celtic found very insulting. We got there in the end, but it took us 3 months. He's here. So welcome to Kieran Tierney. Hopefully he recovers from his injury soon and we'll see him in the starting lineup in the coming matches. David Luiz was a real shock one. He came out of absolutely nowhere on deadline day eve, if that's even a thing. I did not know in any way, shape or form that we were even talking about David Luiz. And then the day before, well, the evening before deadline day, it broke that David Luiz wants to sign for Arsenal. Didn't know if it was going to happen or not. We got it over the line for just under £8 million. For me, it's a good signing. David Luiz has got a mistake in him. If you exclude Van Dijk from that, most centre-backs have got a mistake in them. It's just that some have got more than others. David Luiz is better than what we have here now. He's better than Mustafi. Koscielny's moved on, so he's not somebody that we need to compare to. Mavropanos has got his injury issues, and he's still waiting to come back from injury anyway. Same with Rob Holding, he's waiting to come back from injury. Socrates is just a very bullish centre-back, isn't he? So what we need is someone that can offset that and come in and do a different role, ball playing centre-back, etc. David Luiz is that guy. He can hit a free kick. He's good in the air for clearances, scoring goals at opposite side from corners, etc. He's a good signing for me. 2-year contract, I believe it is. We haven't spent that much. Saliba's going to come back next season. Rob Holding hopefully holds his fitness. I would assume, if not in January next season, we'll go in for another centre-back. And then we're in business. We were never going to get this all done in one window. But I welcome David Luiz. I think it's a good signing for us. It certainly improves what we've got now. Gabriel Martinelli, the 18-year-old left winger, £6 million. He excites me. Look, the Pepe signing is brilliant, right? But Martinelli, if he goes on to be the player that everyone's talking that he can be, and from the glimpses of pre-season that I've seen, because I'll be honest, before pre-season, I didn't know a lot about Martinelli. I'd heard his name once, but I certainly didn't know about his capabilities, what he could do, what he couldn't do. From what I saw, he's just got no fear. He's picking that ball up and he's at that defence, and that's it. Those defenders are going to have to think very quickly about how to cope with him. There is an argument for a bit of ball hugging and beating a man and then trying to find another man to beat before he. And I suppose over time he's going to work on that in his game. But what a signing he could turn out to be. We've stole him for £6 million. You know, 2 years time we could be looking at a 50-60 million pound player. So I'm excited to see what happens with Martinelli. Dani Ceballos has come in on loan. He's come in from Real Madrid. This deal is one that works for both parties at the end of the day. Real Madrid wanted him to go out and get some more game time under his belt and see what kind of player he develops into. And we needed someone to come in and shake up our midfield. And it's down to Emery where he's going to play, but we need to give everybody something to think about. Whether that is Ozil, whether that is Granit Xhaka, whoever it is, Dani Ceballos means that these guys have got to have their thinking caps on now. He isn't come here to sit on the bench. That's not what he's come here to do. He's come here to get game time. And I'm excited to see how it's going to work. I suspect Dani Ceballos will probably play tomorrow against Newcastle, as I've read this morning that Ozil and Kolasinac are probably not going to be in the squad. Been some more issues about that they're potentially in danger or some risks off the back of the last incident that I'm sure everybody knows about. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm keen to see him get 70, 80 minutes and see what he can do. For me, look, great window. Apparently we only had 45 million according to all these different outlets. I'm not aware that anyone from the Arsenal camp officially came out and said that that's the money that we've got to spend. But whether it was or it wasn't, out of that, we got David Luiz, Pepe, Martinelli, Saliba, Kieran Tierney, done. Dani Ceballos on loan. A very good window. Compare that against the top six. Man City didn't do a lot of business, but the business they did was fantastic. So you can't argue. They paid less than 30 million for João Cancelo. What a right back he is. That's a fantastic bit of business. And they signed Rodri. Again, excellent player. That's it. Haven't done a lot else. Liverpool, very minimal business, very minimal. Man United have obviously strengthened their back line. They've gone Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire. I see some of their fan base talking about as well spending on Pepe. Yeah, maybe. But £80 million for Harry Maguire. Bit too much. Who else is in there? Chelsea couldn't do anything, of course, but they did get Pulisic over the line back in January, I believe. So he's there this season, and Kovacic was sorted out. So they're two signings that they've got in. Who else? Who am I missing? Tottenham, right? Spurs, Tanguy and Ndombele. I can't lie, I'm jealous of that signing. I'll admit it. What a baller he is. He is gonna, if he lives up to potential and does what he's been doing in his previous league, the Premier League's in for a treat. He is an absolute baller and someone I'm very jealous that they got. Ryan Sessegnon's I like Ryan Sessegnon, good player. I don't know if it's the best thing for his career. Of course, Tottenham, much bigger club, etc., etc. But is he going to get game time? Like, is he really going to get game time at Spurs? But they got the signing done. And then Lo Celso on loan, again, very good player. I'd argue out of the clubs that we've just mentioned, we've had the best window. However, what we need to do now is bring all that together and launch an attack on the season and see where it gets us. I feel like top four, with the business that we've done, really isn't that big of an ask now. However, what does that mean for Emery if we don't get it? You know, are we calling for his job if he doesn't get it? I really like Unai Emery, but I think with the business that the regime have done, are they going to stick it out with him, or is it going to be you didn't get top four, if you couple that with the Europa League and he doesn't get that as well, I think he could be in trouble. I think he could be in real trouble. Hopefully, when the end of the season gets here, that's not the conversation that we're having. And Unai's here to stay. We've got top four. Fingers crossed we've gone on and won the Europa League and probably nicked an FA Cup or something. I don't think these things are massively out of reach. If I was sat here saying hopefully he can go win the Premier League with this transfer window, we win the Europa League and take one of those cups, it's a big ask, but I think we've got some good depth in the squad now. Still not where we need to be. There's still some work to be done. But I have a bit more faith that it's getting there. One thing I would like to say just before I go, Joe Willock, really impressed with Joe Willock in pre-season. I think that he has massively made a case for being in that starting 11 against Newcastle. If he's not there, I'll be disappointed for him, to be honest. I think he warrants it, he deserves it. Certainly 60, 70 minutes, I think are warranted. I'm keen to see how Joe gets on this season. He's really, really impressed me in pre-season. I believe that Emery sees something in him. I think he believes in the kid. He wants to push him and see how he gets on. I think the same for Reiss Nelson. I'm glad that Saka's around the first team. I'm hopeful that he gets some good minutes this season. But we'll soon find out. Tomorrow's the day we take on Newcastle away. It is not going to be a walk in the park. First game of the season. It's never an easy ground to go to. The fans are going to be onto us, all that kind of stuff. But hopefully, with the signings that we've made, for the ones that appear, and the pre-season work, we get it over the line. In terms of a quick prediction, actually no, I'll keep a prediction for the next video. But for now, I've been Twister, this is Solanke85. Until next time, people.